Hey, 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 ADM video blog time. So let's try something out. I will speak to you like this. Did you receive the parcel? Will you be coming out tonight to the bar? I would like to know. So I am asking you now. Have you had a good time? Are you enjoying yourself? Yes, thank you very much. I am feeling well. It sounds robotic, right? It even sounds idiotic. Well, this is the way that I have to speak when I'm speaking to people who don't speak English. If I don't enunciate every single one of my syllables, and if I don't use language that doesn't possess contractions, they don't understand what I'm saying. This is a problem that most expats have. They generally find that if they're strong speakers, they're strong on the oral communication, then that's one of the tools in their arsenal, one of the weapons in their arsenal that they no longer can use. In particular, in my case, I find that speaking is one of the ways that I kind of inspire people. It's one of the ways that I get people to get motivated about an idea. It's a way of sort of glomming together a team and getting excited about a proposition. And when your voice is taken away, and I was speaking the other day about humor and how my humor is taken away, but then your voice is taken away, your flourishes, your fast quips, the double entendres, or the sort of the inside joke, the tongue-in-cheek stuff, when that's taken away, you really don't have a lot to bank on. You've got to sort of fall back on other things, almost other senses, other faculties. If your sight is down, your hearing improves. If your taste is bad, then maybe your tactile sense improves. That's basically how I find my life going in the last half decade and more as I've been living abroad outside of Canada. I've had to become sort of less of a spoken guy. Occasionally I can lapse into it, if I'm around people from home, or if I take a trip, I can just, I can open up the throttle and just hammer hard. I like to speak really quickly. I can. I enjoy speaking to people. I like giving speeches. I enjoy getting up on stage, and I enjoy presenting ideas. This was something that I had done earlier on in my life. I had done this in university. I had taught a course in school, and also I enjoy getting up on stage and giving inspirational speeches and things of this sort. Generally, the way that you're hearing me speak right now is as quick as I like to speak. I remember when I was in China last, and I was going for lunch with a prominent businessman, and he mentioned to me something about what's called expat crutches. These are things that expatriates do in order to sort of get their mojo back, to set themselves back on the straight and narrow. And I was asking for examples, so he said, I don't know, going to McDonald's and ordering a Big Mac and a shake, or going to like an expat restaurant, or maybe just going to a movie that doesn't have any subtitles, or going to a themed bar like an Irish pub, or something like that, or a franchise American restaurant if you're from the States, or something in Europe. This was something that he would do if he was feeling down in the dumps, and really on the down low, he'd just whip on his sneakers and go out to one of these places. And that's how he said he could survive, over the rigors of a decade and more of doing business in a place like Shanghai, which I thought really interesting, and also kind of a bit of a dire prediction for what awaits the hardened, persevering, nose to the grindstone, smashing head against the wall sort of expat. So, as I said, more than a half decade being outside of Canada, this is something that I have found myself having to adapt to. Naturally, we all have our little sort of saving graces, we all have our little techniques and tools that we use to bring ourselves back into line. But I have found that if I do not make eye contact and speak this slowly, avoiding colloquialisms and other little cultural lingo, which I still find very hard to believe because movies are proliferating around the world and there's books and people here, I guess you could call them Westerners, all over the place. I don't get it. But my tongue has been sliced out of my mouth, so to speak. I'm working on it. And I'm sure I'll have something else to say about it, but I'm sure that you, if you're catching this outside of your own home country, have a similar type of an experience. This can be blown up into the whole discussion about the English language, the hegemony of the English language, the dominance of American culture, blah, 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 blah. But in any event, that's what I had to say. So, thanks again for watching, as always. I wish for you many good things. Wyszech no najlepszy, to znamena in Czech. the very best of things.